Taking everything in their stride. I think they just want to get the game underway, just get started.
I saw some good activity from Slovenia mix yesterday. A lot of power in their wingers, pretty much Kobel and Korvac on both sides, providing good, strong arms, good tactical awareness. Of course, Kazar in there too. So by no means brand new to the sport. They've been around, they've seen it, they've played a fair bit of it. In the mixed competition, this is Group B. Other teams in Group B, or all the teams in Group B, you've got Austria, Netherlands, Scotland, Slovenia and Switzerland. Austria currently topping the mixed Group B with 9 points. That's a big 3 wins. Netherlands currently on 0 points, tied bottom with Switzerland. Just above them, Slovenia, 1 win from yesterday. And then second place in Group B is Scotland mixed with 6 points. So Slovenia with 1 win under their belt. They have won a match, lost a match, they've only played 2. Comparing that with the Netherlands, who have also played 2, they're at a level position in the tournament. So Slovenia looking like the stronger of the 2 teams. Sam here predicting a 22-8 scoreline in favour of Slovenia.
So it looks like the teams are getting ready now. Head refs on this court for a change is going to be Dan Ryan joining Sean Scott.
Familiar faces, familiar names and numbers from the Dutch from opening match on court 2 this morning. The likes of Pothoff, Obdenbraum, Yildirim. They're going to be backed up by Brackenhoff, Oenema. And Barron.
So ready and waiting to go. Sean's giving the all clear to Dan. And here we go.
Yildirim quick to get the ball in the middle, but way over the central line. Dan Ryan's calling him out. Pretty much Kobel with the single ball, trying to make Netherlands force the play this time. The single ball coming from the other side, finding the mark on Brackenhoff.
Nice dodging there by the Netherlands number 13.
That's it. Obdenbrouw finds a mark and pretty much Kobel.
Nice blocking and defensive work again by number 13.
Pothoff unlucky, trying to place that ball where the Slovenian backtrack would end up. Šambičar filling it wide, catch secured by Slovenian 23.
It's a great catch, he used the ball to secure that. Just
totally legitimate. That's great commitment from Horvat. Kobel glanced on the inside of his shorts. 3 versus 3. Pothoff, Jacobs and Oenema for Netherlands.
making the play. Come on, let's see what they can do. Oh, that's a hit.
Is a hit against Kozar of Slovenia. Just Horvat and Buzetti left in for the Slovenians.
Block there, running counters, one hit.
A second to make sure on the back of Leonie. No catch from Wenema. Slovenia take the first 2 points on the way to a heady height of 28. If our prediction is to come true.
And I think it may have been a little bit too high. Because this, if it goes by this first game, it was quite a long game, nearly using the full 3 minutes.
Very close indeed to the full time. Obdenbrouw clipped across his back, not quite low enough, not quite enough hidden behind the dodgeball. And Ilderim almost not paying attention.
It's a catch and an out there.
It is excellent work from Kozar and the Slovenian wing. Making a big impact. Oeneman makes a catch on Buzetti. Leveling the teams. Obdenbrouw now on the wing with Pothoff. And Oeneman in the middle. Trying to hold distraction, but the Slovenian counter is eyes only for the winger.
Let's see what Slovenia can do here. 3 balls releasing.
Obdenbrouw goes high, ends low. Safe and around it. Slovenia using all 3 in their attack against Obdenbrouw.
Nice use of the ball there, deflecting both balls away from himself, keeping himself in the game.
Trying to attract the
That's
attention.
got to be yeah, it's got to be invalid. That.
Podolf knows he's done wrong.
Slovenia capitalising on that, taking an extra player out with a hit. Now they're. I was going to say 3-on-1, but now they're 2-on-1, and that's the game.
A little quicker this time, a little bit more aggression from Slovenia. Referee Rob Kearns having a quick word. Getting underway. That contested ball in the centre. Ilderim's quick as ever.
Oh,
manages to stay inside the court. The ball hopped back to Obdenbrouw, but a comfortable catch from Scanvajar. That said, his awareness dropped. Takes a quite a soft shot against his shoulder. I think that was Pothoff on the wing.
That's good work there by number 4. Ball popped up. He's looking for that catch, running forward, trying to get a member of his team back in, and then she releases on his run, so it puts him off, and she gets the hit as well. Yeah,
great backup from Leonie Jacobs. Really doing a teammate a favour there. I think Korbel could have made it to that catch if he'd not been hit. Three from Netherlands. A little bit of pressure from the back, and a nice drop catch on Rimmer, but play ball is called. They must release all of the balls.
I think everything was released just in time there. Yeah.
But Buzetti and Horvat once again left in for Slovenia.
Let's see what they can conjure up.
Certainly won't be scared. Obdenbrouw quick up court. Not really committed to that one. I think he was a second too late setting off. Switching positions again, Obdenbrouw and Oenema for Netherlands with balls. Oenema not too scared to take that drop catch. He did it at half court. Waiting on that third ball. Obdenbrouw delaying the throw, but accurate and strong. I think the sacrifice play was a little bit adventurous, but it matters not. Barron takes no prisoners. Pinks Buzetti in the confusion.
So, 7 minutes, 20 seconds left of this first half. Slovenia leading 4 games to 2.
Netherlands taking that game, getting themselves some points up there. So far, quite a low-scoring game.
Yeah, not something I didn't expect.
That's because we put our line in the sand. We made a prediction, inherently has to be wrong.
I usually am, Jake, I usually am.
It's the curse. So false start. Committed by Slovenia. The contested ball is going to end up in the hands of Janus Obdenbrouw for Netherlands. He's going to be protecting those Slovenian balls. Slovenia, they're not going to bother running for them. Everything's live, and it's 5 balls for Netherlands. Big tactical opportunity. They need to coordinate. They're taking the time. Now, there is a catch by Buzetti, but I don't know if it came off Scanvajar beforehand.
Or was the catch before those hits were made, or was it after? Because the player has come in for it. Oh, great shot there by number 14.
Great commitment. We saw him the same yesterday. Rapid up court. Throws himself into the fray every single time. Yildirim. Horvat unable to get all of her feet out of the way.
Great catch there by number 9.
Yildirim again attracting the attention. Scanvajar dancing across court. Yildirim takes it to the chest, almost ricocheting it into Oenema. And again, Pothoff with the cross-court counter.
Yeah. Seems to be working really well for them.
Buzetti alone for Slovenia. 3-ball attack must come, play ball is called.
And they make the hit. They're equal, so now they're level, 4 sets all.
Certainly leveling things up nicely. Expect there's probably roughly time for at least one, probably 1.5 full games in this half.
So Netherlands going forward here, 3-ball attack. Releasing 2 and making the hit, and number 23 there.
She goes for that standing pre-throw as a as a last attempt, but she doesn't find the mark. She's going low, trying to get the toes. That's everyone's favourite shot. Once more, Lucas Pothoff from the back of court, absolutely no fear.
And
it's a long way to throw cross court, and yet he seems to be picking them off.
And then a successful sacrifice there just to end the game. What do you make of the term sacrifice, Jake?
Well, it's accurate, and it's easier to say than leap of faith.
Yeah.
And there's no, I don't know, difficult connotations associated with it. Not everybody has faith. Not everybody likes the older terms. So yeah, sacrifice play is exactly what it is. You are really putting yourself in the firing line. You're entering enemy territory, as it were.
Especially if you are successful.
Especially if you're successful.
Some players may use it just to, if they know they're last in maybe against 6 players and they really need the game time to then decrease a deficit, they will just use it and just to end the game and then reset with 6 on 6.
And it's certainly a lot more sporting than just stepping off the back of court. I think that nobody will really begrudge somebody for going for the sacrifice play. And if nothing else, it looks good on camera.
All for the showman.
Tactical timeout called by Mark Kaspersma, one of the mixed coaches for the Netherlands team. I think Marloes de Haar as well is in there. Also playing the role of coach and ball retriever. Teams need to get ready quickly. They need to step on court. That whistle is gone. Good awareness from Bizetti, because I don't think the Slovenian central runner was expecting to have to go.
No, Dan Ryan kept saying both teams ready. Netherlands stayed in their huddle, and as soon as they passed that the back line there, he played the whistle. Like, absolutely entitled to there.
We saw it yesterday where I think it was Germany in a mixed game ended up being called out because they were not ready, they weren't paying attention. The whistle was blown, and then 4 players were instantly out for not stepping on court. Sean Scott.
It's a little confusion of how many balls were on court there. Something one maybe have come across from court 4 there.
All of the balls directed at Pim Visser.
Oh, lost control there. You can't be doing that at this level of dodgeball.
That's a real shame. When we're not afraid to take the catch if it's coming, but for 3 staggered balls, very, very difficult to pick the right one.
Indeed. Especially at the smaller size that they are now, compared to our English men's old balls. Used to be 8-inch cloth, these are all 7-inch cloth. Easier to grip, easier to get a lot more power on. Which then makes it harder for the catchers of the team. So obviously, someone with a big arm releasing this smaller 7-inch ball will be able to get a lot more power and be more direct hitting an opponent.
I believe latest speed gun results that I've seen, they're throwing at 60, 70 miles per hour at the very top limit, and that is rapid, especially when the players can get so much closer in this neutral zone.
Indeed.
I think there's only a few meters in it. The Pothoff not so lucky this time. Quite a high ball into the chest of Korbel.
2 quick hits there for the Netherlands, reducing them down to 3 players against the Slovenian 6.
Now, something that's confused the Dutch team, but it's half time.
Yeah, it's half time. Slovenia to that end going into half time. 6 sets all.
We are flying through the final full stage games. We are getting ready for what is going to be a fierce competition, starting from this afternoon in the knockout stages. Ladies and gentlemen of dodgeball, make some noise for your teams. And we are only just beginning. We still have another day and a half of action.
Team switching sides, they will be moving across pretty quickly. I think they will be wanting to get play underway as soon as possible. Make up a little bit of time. Just the players arriving a touch late this morning. And it looks like the Dutch team are offering little favours to the teams they play against. Small little posters. We saw one hanging up in the Euro hostel this morning.
Oh, really?
It's a nice touch. Just small little flags, tokens of we were here, we came.
You say that, that might be a nice little touch. When I was walking around the hostel today, coming back from breakfast, there was random pieces of fruit laid about. Did you see that on the way?
I also saw, the many oranges adorning the
just the
fire
random
extinguishers
oranges
and
yeah,
window
yeah,
handles.
random oranges, bananas just left on fire extinguishers and windowsills. I don't know if
I've not
that's
found out the cause of that yet.
No. I don't know if it's some private joke from some nation there, but no, just like the confusion, really. So just during this this half time gives an opportunity of for us to tell you what games are to come. Obviously, this is Netherlands versus Slovenia mixed. Next up on court 2, we have Wales versus Republic of Ireland mixed as well. And then Republic of Ireland are staying on but changed their women's team against the Sweden women. Then back to a mixed game between the Netherlands and the Swiss. And then back to the women's, Swiss staying on, Swiss women versus French women.
Before we move on to those exciting games that I know we're all looking forward, there's still 15 minutes of Netherlands-Slovenia left. Slovenia with a 2-point lead at the halfway stage. It's very, very close between those two teams. In the group standings as well, Slovenia having 1 win behind them from their 2 matches yesterday, puts them at 3 points. That takes them just off the bottom, whereas Netherlands, in their 2 matches yesterday, failed to get a victory. They're currently on 0 points. Bottom of the group, level with Switzerland. They still have the opportunity to make an impact now against Slovenia, and to not only get their own points, but deny Slovenia further points is going to certainly help out the Dutch campaign.
They do indeed.
Hopefully you're joining us live on court 2. If so, by all means join us in the live chat on the WDA YouTube channel. If you're watching us in the past, well, I can't help you. I don't know how you've done it. And if you're watching us in the future, I hope it's great. Straight back in it, the third ball to the Netherlands team. A quick throw. It's a tactic we're seeing almost all of the time from all of the teams. Nobody wants to be the attacking team. Everybody wants to respond. They want to be countering.
Indeed. Well, yeah, the aim, what we've seen a lot of teams do, either have 2 or 4 balls 2, 4, or 5. Never really want 1 or 3.
There's a brief moment of action from court 4.
So it's a little bit of an issue there with the referees.
There seems to be no hard feelings between the players, at least. Kazar sharing a tender moment with Yildirim. They need to wait for the whistle.
Just a little bit of a camera adjustment there, Jake.
Ah, good. Yes, it's not your eyes. Do not adjust your eyes. Yildirim holding off Korbel. On now the right-hand side, players have switched ends at half-time. We say no real tactical advantage gained. There are nets at both sides, but you do have the crowd behind you on the near side.
Yeah, different to the Six Nations game, the Six Nations tournament back end of last year, where one side was a net and one side was a wall. That was a very
distinct advantage if you want to be pressing the attack, because balls are bouncing back to you if you're throwing against a hard wall. Here, these nets soaking up the power means possession switches hands quite often. And Jacobs catches one to the face. I think that's a standing counter from the Slovenian side. They must have taken a few notes from Potov's play style.
Indeed there, Jake. So Slovenia here, 5 against the Netherlands, 1 player. Let's see if she can stage a miraculous comeback in this set. She's got rid of 2 balls there. Slovenia should have 4 in their possession.
The catch is on.
Oh!
She's not able to get under it though.
Wasn't able to secure it.
It's unfortunate there for Louisa Baran. She's in that moment, I really thought she was going to get herself underneath that.
I really thought she was just going to take it securely in the first one, bring a teammate back in, and then just build from there. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to do so.
Just a little moment of apology there. I think that was Barbara Kaucic apologising for the headshot in that game just running past. Typically that happens because no one ever really wants to hit someone in the face. Wow.
As we saw yesterday.
Not knowingly. Yeah, as we saw yesterday, yeah, big injury against the Slovenian team, no less. Kozar trying to take that catch, but he's off court way before securing. No catch by Brizzetti. That ball must have gone somewhere. And Yildirim from Netherlands, not happy.
Number 11 there for Slovenia, just getting rid of that 3rd ball so they can set with 2. Let's see what they can do on the recounter.
Certainly seems to be driving a lot of the tactical decisions for Slovenian mix. That's pretty much Korbel, player, coach for Slovenian. He had significant involvement with the women's team as well. He would come over, I'm pretty sure, as a coach for them.
Indeed, yeah.
Playing now alongside them in the mixed.
It's a hit there. So Brizzetti left in, number 5 for Slovenia.
think there's a complaint about the number of balls on court from the Slovenian outbox, but
Oh, she wasn't able to make the catch there. Gets to hit. Slovenia take the set. Netherlands take the set, sorry.
still keeping it close. Only 2 points separating them still. And these games running very, very close to time. I'm surprised we're not hitting the time limit on a number of these.
So another set's underway. A look of disgust there from number 14, Slovenia. She was already out, and a Netherlands player just decided to hit her anyway. But as we say in the rules, get your hands up. Put your hands up if you know you're out.
Exactly so. That's Barbara Kaucic. Caught back in now by teammate Buzetti. She does get this catch. Kazan not paying full attention. Netherlands trying to take advantage from the back.
So quickly down to 2 players there now in the Netherlands against the Slovenia full team of the 6 players. Checking back, they've got the 2 balls.
Yeah, that one catch from Buzetti seemed to really spark a bit of a turnaround, a bit of resurgence from Slovenia.
Slovenia high up court, pressing the Netherlands. Taking the 1 hit there. Let's see if they can finish off with these 3 balls. Yes, they can.
I think that's all the balls finding the mark on Oenema. So increasing the lead again, but after a tactical timeout, I think the Netherlands team Kaspersma for the Netherlands, trying to gather his team. They definitely have form, and when playing well, they can get inside the Slovenian team.
Yeah, I
really
agree.
Pick the players off, and they've been making some great plays of the Dutch. But so far, it seems that extra experience and power from the Slovenian side, I think as the game goes on, the players get a bit more tired. It's really giving them the edge. Must be coming towards an end of this tactical timeout. We have our Irish line referee just complete some lunges across court, keeping himself warm and limber. It's not exactly the halftime show you came for, I know. Well, Slovenia look pretty much ready. They've got that one last player on the sideline completing some final stretches, but that is your Irish line ref. I think it must get a little bit tiring, a little bit lactic acid build-up. We're back underway. Netherlands quick, getting the 3rd ball, burning it very quickly, taking out Buzetti. That said, looks like Yildirim is also out. Hopefully not for a line infringement again. He'll be getting very frustrated at himself if
Yes, he will. It's just an easy out, isn't it? Like, it's a mistake you shouldn't be making.
I know there was a little confusion at the start of the tournament as to foot placement at the very start. Can you go over the centre line? Where can you reach? Where can you put your feet? But there is a massive book of rules, 47 pages long. All the referees have it.
Yeah, very heavy. Apparently Sean Scott, after printing out, it broke his printer.
The worst of all referees, printers.
But no, so let's just clarify that the middle ball, both players that are contesting for, they cannot go over that centre line.
Correct.
Players that are running for their own team balls on their left can put 1 foot over that.
Yeah,
line.
the reason being this is inherently a non-contact sport, with the exception of the dodgeballs, of course. Any contact can be met with a yellow card and sent to the sin bin. So if any player is guilty of instigating that, if someone's running into someone else or in the sacrifice play, if you're throwing yourself at a player and it's deemed dangerous by the referee, any of those actions can be resulting in a yellow card and a 5-minute ban. Buzetti setting herself for the catch. It didn't come.
So 5 players left in Slovenia now, 4 for the Netherlands. 3-ball attack from the Netherlands, releasing all 3.
A little bit of a change. Nice to see Aleš Pinteric for the Slovenian team. We didn't see an awful lot of him playing yesterday with them. It's nice that he's getting some court time.
Indeed.
Another fresh arm for the squad.
As we say, rotation is also very important in this 5-ball game, especially with 15-minute halves. Keep everyone fresh, keep everyone at their best, especially over a 3-day tournament. You don't want to overwork someone within the first day and then be so tired coming into finals day.
Certainly so, yes. You need to be keeping that energy management, squad management over the entire campaign.
Yeah, it's also about recovery after the day's play as well, eating well, taking on the right supplements.
Are you telling me that 3-hop lager is not a suitable supplement?
According to certain nations, probably not.
Yeah, I think it's hard to pass that off as carb loading. Almost a 1-for-1. Owenema trying to get behind and underneath the ball, but it's just bouncing just shy of the grasp. My word, storming up the court. An unsuccessful
I think he's
sacrifice
injured himself
play.
as well, maybe done a groin injury there with that sacrifice.
Yeah, he threw himself across the court. Buzetti almost on the back line. Yeah, referee seeing back line. Good spot from the Irish line judge.
Great to see the volunteers from each team just helping out the referees here. Helping them line judge, because obviously the refs can't see everything, can they, from just that central?
Well, absolutely not. They've only got one angle each. And while their main focus is on the individual plays, I think court position can play a secondary role. And if nothing else, it does get the involvement of the other nations in these games.
Indeed.
Certainly adds to that that team atmosphere, that unity.
Yep, the community of dodgeball. Even though some nations are against other nations if they are reffing against them.
Well, yeah, we have heard a little bit of that. Some people have old grudges, and they don't want certain nations or certain players doing refereeing.
Prefer certain nations not to line judge their matches, just in case it hinders or. But as an international dodgeball team at this level, you shouldn't be letting silly little things and that affect your performance.
No, I don't think it's ever been a problem. I think it's easier to accommodate.
Yeah, it's just maybe just a mental issue there.
So Netherlands still not giving up the fight, going up in this game as well. Some quick and powerful throws from the Dutch. There's only one player left. She's gone for the pre-throw. Netherlands closing that gap once again. Still just 2 points between them. Entering what must be the final game, final 2 games.
Yeah, so the rule is now, if there is if a game is finished with something less than 30 seconds left on the clock, there will be one last 30-second game.
I see.
So if what the players think is the last game, and they see the clock at 20 seconds, there will be one final 30-second set.
Netherlands bringing attack a little slower on the approach. And a catch from pretty much Korbel.
Takes it well, takes it securely.
Slovenia not quite making. Everyone taking as much time as possible, the full 10 seconds it feels like on the balls. I think Slovenia know they've got that one player, two player lead. Want to grind it out and increase the lead against the Dutch. It's a 1-for-1. Switching out of Winema.
So 5 players
Korbel
left in
lost.
for the Slovenian team, 2 players left in for the Dutch.
Kintaric controlling the central area, releasing that ball right in between the 2 players, really.
Yeah, good accuracy there, just getting that ball back into their possession, making them play the attack. They've got 3 balls now. Let's see if they can make a counter to the Slovenians. High up the court, high court position, good standing counter.
And very unfortunate not to secure the catch. The Dutch number 2, Maaike Brackenhoff. She seemed to have it. It was just off the shoulder and up, but
her teammate had her back there, she just fell through, hit her out anyway, so.
Certainly not long left at all. This might be the final 30-second game.
Yeah,
Although we have had minutes time out.
Indeed.
So if they're not fully accounted for, there could be 2 games in it. Netherlands could still possibly close the gap.
I think Sean just needs to put an extra point on there. He's put an odd number up there. It should be 18-12, sorry.
So it should certainly be an 18 there.
Good hit on the shins of the player number 2 there for the Netherlands team. And again on the knee pad of number 14.
It's quick and aggressive now from Slovenia. Taking out the wingers, they know that they're the threat. Korbel in particular targeting his opposite number, Potov. And that must be time.
And Slovenia take the final set in that game against the Netherlands.
I'll put them on 20-12.
And that does put them on a 20-12 win.
Good game from both sides. Still pretty high scoring.
Yeah.
32 points in total between. So even though those games did feel like they dragged out for a while, there were a few in that second half where they were just knocking them out as quickly as possible. Slovenia capitalizing, I think, just having that extra strength in their throws. A little less movement on court. I think the Dutch were a lot more active on court, and that could have tired them out over the course of the match. And a swathe of players taken to court because we are bringing you very shortly Wales versus Republic of Ireland.